is up, Cowboys Nation? Your boy Mike Tag here on a Victory Monday. Unfortunately, I honestly thought it'd be a 2 Victory Monday, but unfortunately, one of my man's team didn't hold up their end of the bargain. But I'm not going to sit there and cry about it because we won. We handled our business on the road. You guys, what the hell happened? But first of all, subscribe, like, share, get all that stuff, and then we want to find out how Jimmy's feeling. He's got to be very, very upset.
You said yes. You said at the beginning, what is up? What is up? My blood pressure's up. And it gets back to what we've talked about, what we've been talking about over preseason. You don't want injuries. You don't want preseason injuries. But I said it before. Hey, Cuts, Chuck, what's going on? We played 0 starters in the preseason. None. Nobody played. The offense, our defense looked great yesterday. I have no problem with the defense. No problem at all. I was very happy with the defense and the way they played. Hey, Chris, how's it going? The problem is our offense was so out of sync. I mean, you had, Drew Dahlman snaps the ball. Obviously, Charlie Werner, a tight end who was in motion, didn't know what was going on because the ball hit his ass and ended up being a fumble. Pittsburgh gets it back. They end up scoring. I mean, we held them to 6 field goals. I mean, the defense played great.
Not good.
They're not good.
Not when you the way you want to start out. We're going to get in a lot of the NFL games. You saw the Buccaneers. They took care of the Commanders.
I don't care about the Buccaneers. I care about my team. Off stride yesterday.
Well, hey, you're at the bottom of the list. You're with the Panthers right now.
Living a bitch.
The Commanders, who all this hype, everyone's going to sit there and say, oh, they're going to be taking care of the Cowboys. They couldn't get anything done. They got some garbage stuff done afterwards, but they're circling the drain. The Giants, they're not doing nothing. So it's going to come down to, like we said, man, it's going to come down to Dallas and Philly for the East. But I just got to say this. Very happy with the outcome of the game. I'll be the first to say, little surprised. I thought we'd win. I mean, my score was 20-16, so we gave up about the same amount of points that I thought, right? We gave up 17. I said 16. But I thought their defense was going to give us a little bit more challenge. And in the first half especially, they really didn't. I mean, they didn't have an answer. CeeDee Lamb, I mean, for not being in training camp, he looked like he was in midseason form. The running game, not great, but effective. I mean, it's still one of my things I'm concerned with. Defense, absolutely was on fire. You see what Zimmer's doing. You see the impact that he's got. You see that the dog that you got on some of these young guys, but just the whole feeling of the defense is just totally different. So, and I don't know where my man, where's Ultra at? The one who said we're going to get our ass kicked. Let's see what excuse he has today. But like I told you guys, he said the Gators were going to smoke McCain's, and he said the Browns were going to kill the Cowboys. So we need Ultra on here to tell us the Saints are going to blow us out. That way I feel better. And he needs Jimmy. I don't know who you have this week, but you probably want him to say you guys are going to get killed.
No, you know what? We got the Eagles next Monday.
Oh, well, I need you guys.
Exactly. You need us to take care of our business. You need us to get all the kinks out of the way and everything that we should have dealt with in preseason and, do what we got to do. But now let me ask you. Okay, we're going to start off. I think maybe we'll take one step back. We don't want to go off on a tangent on this one. But the contract, I said it for weeks. I said it for months. Cowboys need to lock up Dak Prescott or he's going to be gone at the end of the season. Do you think with that contract and what they paid him, you guys are sending yourself to cap hell 3 years down the road?
Not at all. Not at all, because the cap has continued to rise. The cap is a farce. Go look at the Chiefs. Go look at the Eagles. Go look at all these teams. They sign their guys. The only thing that, the Cowboys, it's because of the media. They'll structure the contract. It'll be fine. I have no issues with it. The going rate for a starting quarterback is $55 to $60 million. The next contract is going to be over 60. It's the market that we're in. People are, Dak's not worth it. Well, is Trevor Lawrence worth it? Is Jordan Love worth it? Is Kirk Cousins worth it? I mean, you can go down a list of quarterbacks. That's what Tua down in Miami, that's the rate that starting quarterbacks get. The owners have set the market, and it is what it is. And I don't think it's an issue because, again, the Cowboys have drafted very well. That's the key. If you're going to get these contracts, you got to draft well because you're going to have a mix of youth and your elite players. And eventually you'll see Martin's going to retire, right? Tank will end up retiring in a couple of years. So you're going to get money that's going to get freed up as well. So
you tell them Valentine set the price.
Valentine set the price. That's right.
You know what, though, Chuck, to your point, I said it, and I'll keep it brief. Our offense looked like crap. We played 0 preseason snaps, no starters. He didn't look good, but the whole offense didn't look good. Nobody was in sync. And it is what it is. And if we don't take care of our business next Monday, then I'll be in panic mode. I'm not in panic mode now. I'm just pissed that they didn't play 1 snap in preseason.
Well, at what point, let's say, I mean, the Eagles aren't going to be, I mean, that's going to be a tough matchup. I mean, is it in Philly or is it in Atlanta?
That one is a good question. I got to look. I know it's Monday night.
I'm going to pull up the schedule now. So if that is in, unless the chat beats me to it,
next Monday
night in Philly. That's not going to be easy.
No, it's not going to be a cakewalk.
You guys start 0-2. Do the Penix whispers start coming in if Cousins has another bad game? I mean, at what point, you know?
Well, let's talk about, and I'm going to address it. Let's talk about the Eagles. Jalen Hurts again went on he's on an interception streak right now.
NFL in turnovers.
Exactly. So, and our defense, despite the offense with so many 3-and-outs and turnovers yesterday, we kicked ass yesterday. We took care of the defense took care of our business. I think we're going to neutralize Hurts for what he is. We're going to get some turnovers. I think we win. But if things don't go my way, they don't go the right way, they don't go the way that everybody around here in the cave wants it to go, I think it would be week 3 or 4. I don't think it'll be. I think after week 3 is when Coach Morris, hits the panic button and says, you know what, it's time for Penix.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think it may be a little bit longer. It just really depends. Kirk Cousins didn't play well. I didn't watch the game, so I'm not 100% sure, but it seemed like from what I read, he didn't play very well in the highlights that I saw. So that's really going to dictate what's going to happen with the Falcons. But I'd say going back to the Eagles, the first game, and I talked about it, and I was dead fast and totally against playing these games in overseas. The stadiums aren't equipped for football. The turf's not. Yeah. That was a game. It was sloppy, and I felt bad for, as much as I could feel bad for those two teams, I felt bad for the Packers, and I felt bad for the Eagles, and I feel bad for the fans because they got cheated. They got cheated a game of better quality because it was a sloppy game with the field. Jordan Love gets hurt. Now, I don't know, the field really probably had nothing to do with that. It was more the defensive tackle kind of ripping his leg and holding on to the other leg. Right. But it's unfortunate because Green Bay outplayed them. Green Bay should have won, but the sloppy play and the sloppy field just kind of left it kind of, up for grabs. And you give credit to Philly. And what I would say, man, it pains me to say it, but I mean, you got to see what happens, right? You got to see what happens with Barkley. But Barkley, he looked pretty damn good that night. I mean, he looked good.
Especially, he's been hurting in training camp. He had a knee thing, then a back thing, and then he turn around and run 100+ yards and 3 touchdowns. I mean, or 2 receiving touchdowns, or 2 rushing touchdowns and a receiving touchdown. Hey, he did what he had to do. But again, sloppy field makes life a little easier for him.
Yeah. And so you look at that game. It's the first week. It's like we say, guys, but you just don't know. Like the Cowboys, did I think they were going to dominate the Browns like they did? Absolutely not. I thought it would be a close game, like I said. And then you look at like the Bengals and Patriots. And, Joe Burrow, it's a funny thing. It's like Joe Burrow is always going to be known because obviously the LSU. And then he did go to the Super Bowl that year and had some, beat Mahomes and stuff. But, I mean, he's played like shit. I mean, the last season before he got hurt, he wasn't playing well. Got off to another slow start here. I believe they're going to the Chiefs. I mean, I think they got a pretty tough road after New England, which was going to be kind of the cakewalk. What's up, Rick? And then you look at the Texans. The Texans are, they're one of these other teams, and you had the Colts go in there, and it was a dogfight for that. So you got to see what happens. You got to see what happens, especially the first 4 weeks. Teams are kind of figuring out who they are, jockeying for position. And, but, obviously couldn't be happier with the Cowboys, couldn't be happier with the defense, couldn't be happier with the mentality that you saw from this team. I mean, Kendricks, and you saw Overshown. I mean, the speed that we have now, real linebackers, secondary was tight. Diggs gets a pick. We had 6 sacks, and I know they had their backup. They had some injuries on the offensive line, but we took advantage of it. That's what you're supposed to do, right? You got hurt, you take advantage of it. So
Yeah.
we had a rookie starting left tackle. Don't give me the crybaby stuff.
Well, we had TJ Watt wreaking havoc in our backfield every damn play. It was funny. Somebody, I forget who it was. Somebody in the NBA said, thanks, Rick. Somebody in the NBA said that they need to drug test TJ Watt after yesterday because he was
a wrecking machine.
He was a wrecking machine, and he was nonstop. He was full of energy. We'll leave it at that. But yeah, I mean, but again, they took care of their. But you guys took care of your business. I don't like Deshaun Watson. I think he sucks as a quarterback. I've said
he does not look the same. He does not look the same at all.
But again, maybe he's not getting enough, pleasure there in Cleveland, if you know what I'm talking about. But you guys took care of your business, and that's all that counts.
And I mean, he's another one. Do you see with the Browns? I mean, they've got Jameis Winston there. Do you think at some point, they're going to have to pull the hook on him if he does not play well? Because the defense, I mean, their defense is legit. I mean, we were able to move the ball, but it's, it was hard fought. And in the second half, they clamped down, and I think we put their foot off the gas a little bit. We're playing a little bit more conservative. They did, we've done that before in some games. So I'm not really sure if we showed everything that we could have shown in the second half, but their defense is legit. And the quarterback play, you're going to get Chubb back. That would help. But the quarterback play that's not going to help them. And they had better get it together and figure out what they're going to do with Watson. That money's guaranteed. So it's he ain't going nowhere.
What a bunch of dummies. We called this 2 seasons ago that was a waste. And to Chuck's point, there's another lawsuit on him today. So with the extra baggage, and like you said, having a quarterback who could potentially start, you never know. 3-4 weeks from now, he might be sitting the bench. And it sucks with guaranteed money.
No, absolutely. And breaking news earlier. We're going to talk about it. Bugsy, you're our Schefter of the group. You're breaking the news. No CMC tonight. I'm a little upset. I started him on my fantasy team. I'm winning, but the guy has a receiver for the Niners. I think maybe it's Debo, and that is just And now I'm screwed. I got nothing I can do. So I just got to hope that I have enough points. I think I'm up 20. To see what happens, but probably end up losing. Other big game that we were going to talk about too is the Rams and Lions. I don't know you guys who stayed up to watch that Sunday night game, but I mean, it was a great game back and forth. Ends up going in to overtime. Another injury with Puka. He's going to be out a few weeks, and hopefully he's okay. We saw the news on Ferguson. He's going to be week to week. He looks like we dodged a bullet there. Jordan Love, thankfully, and you don't want to see any of these guys getting hurt. I mean, I know he's a Packer and this and that, but you want to see the best guys playing. I mean, that's the beauty of the NFL. So definitely got to hope these guys get back healthy, and you don't want to see those injuries. So we'll see what happens.
No, you don't. And it's crazy how many big name injuries you're looking at already. Like 49ers lost Elijah Mitchell a couple weeks ago, and now no CMC tonight. Let's see how long that goes, right?
Yeah.
Both Dolphins running backs are questionable moving into next week. Kills my fantasy team right now. But there was some Jordan Love. It's too bad. The league always this crap about player safety and all this. Meanwhile, there's injuries every week, and it feels like more so than it was back in the day.
No, I mean, it is. Some of it is obviously, the turf, and, some people put it on the turf, and some of these guys are just bigger, faster, stronger, a lot leaner, so, you got a tendency for some of those injuries that you're seeing with the MCLs, ACLs, and all that kind of stuff, man. You saw it. I mean, going back to the Cowboys game, and I'm seeing a lot of people in here, and they're talking about it. Absolutely, you look at Overshown. He got hurt last year, he came back from the ACL. He tore his ACL in preseason, never really got a chance to see him go. But I mean, absolutely lights out speed. I mean, Micah Parsons is fast, and you saw the closing speed of Overshown on Deshaun Watson. Then you get Kendricks, who a lot of people, same old thing, right? Oh, he's washed up. He's older. He ends up with 2 sacks. He gets a pick. I mean, he was all over the place. This defense is tight. And I'm just telling you, I told you guys this, and I know most of you believe me, but we have a lot of doubters out there. Zimmer was going to change the mentality of this defense, and it's infectious. It gets infectious to the offense and all around. You look at the rookies. We started 2 rookies on the offensive line. They held their own, man. Make no mistake about it. I mean, Myles Garrett, yeah, he got Guyton, a couple times, and got some pressure on Dak, but they held their own. I mean, I was proud and I was happy to see that offensive line. Like I said, it's going to get better as the year goes on. It's because they're going to gel and they're just going to get better. Same thing with the defense and the youth that this team has. Diggs gets a pick. I mean, it was late in the game. Just a nice move, but it was more the psyche for Diggs getting that pick. It was more, I think it really helped him. He was emotional about, that game. And I really think it helped him out a lot. So
now that begs the question. You guys lost your starting tight end, is that right?
Yeah, he's going to be out maybe a week or two. Could be
not bad. Okay,
it's not bad, but you got Schoonmaker. I see a lot of people in the chat. We got depth. I mean, John Stevens Jr. was a guy that they had some high hopes on. He had an injury. He's a little banged up, but you get him back. Lipke can play some tight end if need be, if you got to do those 2 tight end sets. And obviously Lipke can be H-back and stuff like that. So I think they'll be okay. I mean, Ferguson's a game changer, so you need him back. Yeah. And Guyton got beat. I mean, he got beat, but he held his own too. And, that's what it's about. These young guys, I mean, you're going up against the best pass rusher, one of the best. I think Parsons might be the best. I'll be biased, and TJ Watt's up there too, but one of the best pass rushers. I mean, that's pretty impressive for the rookie just to not be in like shock and awe and just absolutely get annihilated like Chaz Green did. You guys remember that name against the Falcons? Jimmy and I think you and I were there. Was it me and my buddy that witnessed that debacle, with our own eyes, man. So,
oh God, that was fun.
Yeah,
that was a good time. But
let me try something while we're talking. Go ahead, Jimmy.
All right,
Uncle
no, that's fine.
Message me, he's having issues. So.
Oh man, Uncle Cheech, come on, Uncle Cheech, got to get with the technology here.
It's driving me nuts.
But anyway, obviously, I watched the Cowboys game. They look good. Dak. I mean, look, you guys won. I'd be a little concerned about your running game because between Rico and Zeke, I think you have 65, 70 yards rushing. Dak Prescott, 180 yards? And
CD was our leading rusher. I mean,
CD had 33 yards. That's right. He had that run.
Yeah, on the end arounds, he had like 3 or 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I don't know if I'd be concerned, but I was surprised you guys didn't put more up on him because, again, Cleveland was 3 and out. You got your defense had him 3 and out quite a bit. I was surprised you didn't capitalize a little more. But, hey, you guys won. You 1-0. It's all that matters.
Yeah, you put 30, if you would have told me 33 points, I was shocked. Now, Kelly did a little prediction on Twitter. Some guy got it exactly right. He picked 33-7. I mean, that's, such an odd number to have, but that guy, he picked it. Let me resend that to Uncle Cheech.
So Chuck is saying to call up Dalvin Cook from the practice squad. You know what?
Why he's there. I mean, he's going to be up there. He just got into camp, so he will, he'll get up there. But yeah, Zeke had 40 yards. He had 4 yards a carry. I mean, he had a couple nice runs, but he didn't get the ball much. Was that 8 carries, 10 carries? 10 carries.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it was a low, but but that's the thing. Dalvin Cook has played as many preseason games with his team as Kirk Cousins, Bijan Robinson, Tyler Algier, Kyle Pitts, Drake London, Darnell Mooney, Ray McLeod, everybody on my damn team. So,
but a lot of guys, right? A lot of teams don't play their starters. Now, where I question it is, like Dak Prescott, he's been with the Cowboys, he's in the system. All right, you don't want to play, fine. But Kirk Cousins, he's new to the team, new to the system. You got new receivers. Maybe you just want to kind of get your feet wet a little bit, maybe do a series or two just to kind of, get things going.
No, but remember, not only we have a new coach, we had a new Zach Robinson, new offensive coordinator. So everybody on the damn team was acclimating to a new offense. And look, I agree. You don't want to get guys hurt, but at least I would have, played a quarter.
Yeah.
Or maybe, maybe 3 sets for the first couple games just to get in a rhythm, get in
Yeah.
sync. Penix only played in one preseason game. So I'm scratching my head a little bit now. People are pissed. People are pissed at Coach Morris, all the Falcons. I said, look, don't panic. There'll be a reason to panic in 2 or 3 weeks if things aren't going right.
No, absolutely. And yeah, I mean, to Falk's point, I mean, that's why we brought Zeke in. I mean, the goal line, short yardage, that's where we struggled last year. And good for Pollard. Looked like he had a pretty good game in a loss. With the Titans, they blew that game. Boy, they blew that game.
Pollard had 80 yards and a touchdown, I think. He's solid.
No, he had a good game. I was trying to find those. We're gonna get with Uncle Cheech if he gets on. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to pinch hit for him. But unfortunately, the lock of the week, we lost it by half a point. And the Dolphins, you had this thing with Tyreek Hill. I didn't see a lot of it. I just saw more of it today. Seems a little odd. I mean, it was legitimately right outside the field.
Yeah.
As you see, the fans are walking. Calais Campbell, who I have the utmost respect for, probably, NFL Man of the Year, one of the classiest guys. He was there. He, his version of the story is not, the police's version of the story. So we're going to have to see what happens. I'm sure they got body cam footage and things like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, the thing is, it's like I was listening to show today. He got, he's speeding or whatever. All right, you get your citation, you get your ticket. They took him out of the car, and that's fine. They put him in handcuffs. And again, if you don't know who it is, and I don't know how you don't know that's Tyreek Hill, I'll just say that. But hey, if you don't know who the person is, to be safety of everyone, hey, put a handcuff on. I wouldn't have a huge issue with it. But then to throw, kind of force him to the ground. I mean, he's not doing nothing. He's standing up and he's in handcuffs behind his back. Where is he going to go? I mean, you're at a stadium. People are walking by, going to the parking lot. It's kind of it's embarrassing, and it to me it's not necessary. But I wasn't there, so I'm not going to sit here and hate on the whole situation. But it just was really odd. And yeah, then they did the celebration kind of with the handcuff. Yeah, that was
well. But that's the thing, Chuck. At the end of the day, once we see the body cam, then we'll figure it out. And we'll go from there. But Dolphins were losing, and I don't want to drag on about the truth about all that'll come out.
They got body cam footage. Those guys typically put it on. Now, I grew up in South Florida. Jimmy, you grew up in South Florida. The police there, hey,
BSO.
Man, I tell you, the police. I just say all, and I love the police. I love law enforcement.
Yeah,
there are some in Miami that All right.
Hey, the BSO gaffled me a few times, man.
Yeah,
so, but a couple times, rightfully so. I could,
and like I said, we don't know what happened, so I'm not going to judge the police. I'm not going to judge Tyreek. I'll go by what comes out. It's going to be. There were so many people around there. The truth is coming out. It was in broad daylight in public at 11 in the morning or 10:30, whatever it was, when people were walking to get tailgate started. So it'll work. But I'm just like, dude, how is your psyche that you could do that? Because that's pretty traumatizing. I mean, I was thrown up against the fence one time and handcuffed in Delray, and because I I got lost and ended up in a bad neighborhood, and then they thought I was buying drugs, and they said all this. They took my girlfriend out of the car, and they thought that I was making her say that that she knew me. It was just a whole weird thing, and I was shooken up, and I was in no. We didn't go to the movies. I said we got to go back home. I said I'm gonna get my ass out of here. I was freaked out. So he came in, and man, he played a pretty damn good game. So I mean, he's a true professional.
He's professional. And you know what? The Dolphins are down. They were down at one point, 14-0 or something like that. They came back at 1.
Yeah.
So yeah. Hey,
the Bears. Your Bears.
The Bears.
They came terrible. I mean, Titans were dominating him, right, Steve? I mean, and then you have stupid, just dumb decisions. I mean,
yeah, it was. Hey,
I don't know.
And what about now? We're talking about the Cardinals were up big against Buffalo, and how in the hell Buffalo?
I'll just say to the comment, nobody talks. That's why. No, that's why you don't know, because nobody talks. But go ahead, Jimmy.
No, it's okay. And you got the Cardinals up big against Buffalo and how they came back. I mean, again, Josh Allen has no receivers. He has nothing, and they come back and win. two comebacks. There was multiple comebacks in the games yesterday.
There was.
Yeah.
But that's first week, right? You guys, that's why I
Yes.
was like, if the Cowboys win, don't get like too crazy. Now we're gonna have some fun with it, man. I mean, winning football games is fun, and I'm not gonna apologize for any win. But I'm saying in the grand scheme of things, in the big picture, I wasn't gonna get too crazy if they lost. I'm not going, we're not, writing our ticket and making reservations for the Super Bowl if they win. It takes about 6 weeks. You really start figuring kind of where your team is at.
You know what, Mike? I got 6 weeks.
I was going to lead you into it. I was going to lead you into it, but you got me. But no, I mean, it's, I guess, let me see if Uncle Cheech, we might just have to call Uncle Cheech.
Is that, yeah, at least we'll get him in here one way or the other. Kelly called in yesterday.
Yeah, Kelly called in. All right, Uncle Cheech, we're going to try you one more time. I know you're listening and it's there. I'm going to send it from another email and see if,
Hey, Jamie, is that who Dallas is playing next week? The Saints?
Yeah, we got the Saints.
See? Go good. I really need the Cowboys to win next week, and you really need us to win. Both need to take care of our business.
We're going to we got to help each other out, man. I mean, that's what it comes down to.
Exactly. So yeah, if worst case, get Uncle Cheech in on audio if we have to.
No, we'll get it right. I just gotta these stupid things have all of this security. You got to do this 2-touch thing, and you got all this crap. And I
don't mind getting 2-touch.
You can just put your password in and be on your way. So, Uncle Cheech, I'm going to send you this, and if not, we'll have to call them in. So let's see. Sometimes with when you're sending these links, it just gets a little funky. Let me see.
We were talking about holdouts and guys with contract. How about Hassan Reddick? He said, "Screw you, Jets. I ain't playing. I'll forfeit my $800,000 tonight."
Isn't that crazy?
What? Yeah.
I mean, I would just report for the game, so I don't have to get fined for the game.
Just right. Go get paid. Do what you got to do. But or you know what? Maybe he's just setting up for a trade. Maybe that's what's going on.
But they traded for the thing I don't understand is they traded for you, right? I mean, the Jets, they traded for what's up, Mark? They traded for you. Didn't you guys have a conversation, or didn't you guys work something out, or didn't you guys kind of figure out, what's going on? I mean, before yeah. I don't know. It's just it's a strange situation. You would have had that contract talk or an understanding of what they were looking for before you traded them. So I don't know what's going to happen with that whole situation. I mean, really, the Jets need them. I mean, the Jets are, they got Roger. They want to win now. I mean, they're not rebuilding or anything. And Reddick's still a solid pass rusher. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know, but we'll see what happens. And let's look at.
I told you yesterday I ain't laughing.
Oh,
it ain't funny.
Are they making fun of you, Jimmy?
Well, I got to try me for it, man.
Are they now?
It's hurting my feelings.
We got to tell you. Do not forget. I mean, our tailgate party. I mean, it's got to be taken on another level because now you're feeling good. You're getting a taste of what this team's about. So you got an opportunity to hang with Cowboys Nation. Jimmy Dee is going to be there. Greg is making an appearance. Obviously, Kelly, myself will be there. Cuts is going to be there. Doug's going to be there. Mark's going to be there. Shady's going to be there. Anyone who's anyone is going to be there. So this is a great opportunity for you guys to get in there and hang with the cave, have a great time. And like I said, we're 2 weeks away. We've gotten some donations. We definitely appreciate it. It covers the food expense, we got to get everything together. So you can Cash App, you can Venmo. But I would say this, get yourself, if you want to make a donation, get a cut. Get the Cowboys Cave bottle opener, limited edition. It's only going to be done for this tailgate party. He'll have them there. We'll have them ready to go. You could do that and get something in return, but it's going to be a fun time. We're getting food. We're getting the drink. It's going to be a great time. So hopefully you guys are in the great spirits. You're feeling pretty good. The Cowboys look good. So now everyone's feeling good. And let's go out there and have a great time because we're going to need to be loud. The Ravens are coming. We're going to need to be loud. And it's going to be going to be a lot of fun. And when we're there, usually the Cowboys know better to lose. So when the whole crew is in the house, It's going to be great. And then the other thing is, while we're getting Uncle Cheech getting ready to go on, is the autograph app. I've gotten a lot of great feedback, a lot of messages from you guys. You can go to cowboyscave.com and the link is right there. All you got to do is click on it from your phone. It takes you in there, download it. It's a great app to follow the Cowboys, follow your favorite baseball team, college football team, hockey team, basketball team. It's awesome. So make sure you guys download that. It's free. It rewards your fandom. They did a giveaway yesterday for a CD Lamb signed jersey. So there's a great opportunity for you guys to get some good prizes, right, Jimmy? Open your prize.
Open your prize.
Yeah,
and it's a great app. I'll attest to it. I'm not shilling. I love it, man, because obviously you subscribe to your different team app. This is everything in one place, and they give good updates and all that stuff.
Yeah, and I Jamie, 100% agree. Overshown Spy and Lamar. They're gonna have to do something to contain him, because if you could force him to be the passer, it's gonna go in our hands. But hey, let's not waste any more time. I think we got some technical stuff worked out. So let's get old Uncle Cheech in here, see if he can redeem himself. Uncle Cheech, what is happening? What is going on?
What's up, guys?
It was going pretty good until you're rolling. You hit Carmenucci, I think, got an upset. You're hitting some games, and then my lock of the week, it missed it by half a point.
Well, you know what happened when they slammed what's his name to the thing and shackled him with handcuffs, threw his game off.
Yeah, because he had a good game. Imagine he would have had even better.
Well, they stunk in the first half. Defense was terrible. Second half, they came alive a little bit, but by then, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
But I had to call the chief of police down there and say, well, what the hell's wrong with you?
Well, I hope you're going to have a word with them.
He cost me a lot. It's roughing the guy. You know who he plays for. You say, quit speed, slow down, and get on with what you're doing.
Yeah. I mean, how do they not, that's my thing. I don't know, man.
The top had money on the other team. That's what it was.
You think it was? You think they could have? That wouldn't surprise me.
They locked the handcuff Calais Campbell, too.
Yeah, shenanigans.
Yeah. Now let's be fair, man. I'm not, and we're speaking. Just so you guys understand, this is on the news. So this is a fact. So I'm not going to get in trouble, and hopefully I don't. I mean, we're talking about an area where their whole police department got arrested for a scam on COVID when the government was giving away money. They all opened businesses and they got busted by our fine federal agents. Thank you for your service, men and women. So there's some corruption going on down there. So it wouldn't put it past me. They sit there and say Uncle Cheech is betting heavy on the Dolphins. Let's see if we can figure this thing out and slow it down a little bit, because we're trying to hurt the Cowboys cave. So hopefully full-scale investigation.
Undermine.
They should run a full-scale investigation.
Yeah.
No business to put him down. You give the man a ticket, send him on his way.
Yeah.
He's got to get to the game. They knew who he was.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not like it was a stranger driving around. What he had? Was he got a Lamborghini?
Lamborghini. I mean, yeah. And it probably says Cheetah on the back as personal license plate. I mean,
anyway, we took that one on the chin. Because the good part, though, was the whale, he wants to put his bet in later than you guys. He only had to give 3. And he got his money.
He did. I looked at the line, and when you originally did it, it was 3.5. I did it the day that you did. I think what I'm going to do from now on, I don't know if you agree with it, Uncle Cheech. Should I wait till game day before making any kind of bets? I know
things could change between
Monday.
Well, they're Monday and Sunday. Yeah. I'm not picking them this week, so I don't care about Thursday.
Well, that's good. I think we stay away from Thursday games, because that is a crapshoot. Don't you agree, Cheech?
Which game was that?
The Thursday, like when teams play on Thursday, you just don't know.
I try to avoid that, but
well,
sometimes it might be a team that I'm really hot on, and I got no choice.
Yeah,
know what I mean?
Yeah, and real quick on the Canes, what do you got on the Canes? We got Chris is saying about the Canes, and I mean, you feeling pretty good? You buying in yet?
We're good. They're still. I was reading today. They don't pick them to win the ACC. They said they still might get into playoffs, but not as a conference winner.
Who do they think's going to win the ACC?
Clemson.
Clemson? Did they watch the same game I watched?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess not.
I don't know.
Hey, that's why they play. We'll see. I told you I'm going to the USF game.
Yes.
And I'll be down at the who they play Ball State this week. I'll be there too.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you're in your VIP.
What's it called? The whale was going to ask me if I wanted to fly up here with them in the private jet. It's hiring a private jet to fly him up here to Tampa. And I said, I don't know if that jet could hold all the weight, Maria. So I got to put her in the car. Take her over there.
Well, I don't know if you ever seen, but I know when the whale goes, we did the brunch buffet, and his partner in crime, boy, when they saw those two walking in, you should have seen the look in their eyes. Those people were, they knew there was trouble coming. They started really loading up the crab legs and making sure everything was right because it just looked like one of those cartoons with who was that tornado that used to come through in the Looney Tunes. It was just
yes. Make sure you got the butter and the garlic.
Oh God, yeah, it was. I mean, though he had this bagel. I mean, they got these bagels. The bagel was just glistening with butter, glistening. Unbelievable. So, all right, let's get into some of these picks. We're gonna go with that first one. You guys make sure and follow along. And when we get to the lock of the week, guys, and you can do it early if you want, and I'll jot them down. Is when we get to it, all you got to do is type lock in the comment. It's got to be. The only bad thing, if you're on Instagram, I can't see your comments. So if you put lock on the comment, when we get the lock of the week, you're going to be in for a drawing. And it's a 50-50 split at the year end of any of the winnings that we get on Uncle Cheech's lock of the week. Right now, we're down back to 100. We're back where we started, but hopefully he'll get it right. So what's our first game? You got Chargers -5.5 at the Panthers. Panthers got their ass whooped. Look terrible.
Nothing to be said about this one. I mean, they looked absolutely horrible. I don't think they could be some of the high schools. Terrible. So anyway, I'll take my shot with that one. Even though they're flying across country, makes me a little nervous.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they look so bad. Real bad.
Yeah. Well,
It was terrible.
That's an easy one. So then we get in.
Well, that's what we want, the easy one.
I know, but this is an interesting one because typically NFL, when you get these kind of high points, usually a lot of people, I mean, you always said you kind of shy away, but you're going right at it with the Raiders and the Ravens. Now, the Raiders lost to the Chargers, lost pretty handily, did not look good. Ravens lost a great game. I mean, you were a toe away from losing a lot of money on that game.
Yeah.
Well, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That toe's going to be haunting them this game.
Yeah.
They're not going to leave any doubt.
Okay.
They're going to be thinking about that toe from the beginning to the end, and they're going to run it up and leave no doubt. I'll take the 9.5.
Yeah, you're not afraid.
They're terrible. They're terrible too.
They're sucking them toes.
All right, so that gets us to our first. Now, if you had Deion Sanders' feet, you see the pictures. He would have been.
Hey, I'm wearing my primetime shirt. Look at that.
There you go. There you go. So the upset. This is an interesting one. The upset. You got LSU going to South Carolina, SEC battle. South Carolina getting a touchdown. I mean, what's your thoughts on that one?
Well, South Carolina, I think, if I checked right, they're 2-0 right now.
Yeah, no, they're playing good ball.
And Frank Beamer's son's the head coach. He was a great coach. I'm sure we learned a lot. And LSU, all I heard was a bunch of crying from the coach. All he did was cry after that.
I saw that. Yeah, it was.
So I think, this game is supposed to be the ESPN where they're going to have the show.
Okay, game day.
From what I understand, game day. I'll take them in 7.
All right, I like it.
No.
I like it. Now these are the upset. Don't bet heavy on this. This is kind of like if you want a little fun. You throw a couple bucks down there. You're all right.
Remember, I'm not a big college guy. South Carolina, they're the Gamecocks, right?
Yeah.
Not the Gamecocks. Okay,
Right.
I just checking. I'm making sure.
I wrote Cox down real big right here. Big cock. Right
So
there.
looks like a big. Okay.
Yeah, we got that right. So the next one, let's see, we got Doug. This is an interesting one because now you've gotten Carmenucci in here a little bit. Carmenucci came in with a beautiful upset. One, they should have won outright.
Yeah, they should have won that game outright. I told you Carmenucci's the man when it comes to the upset picks.
So this is one you might think about if you're going to bet. You got Memphis getting 5.5 at Florida State, who's played like shit. They're 0-2. Could they possibly go 0-3, or is it going to be a close game? They seem like they're circling.
Memphis always feels a good team. I mean, I think it'll be a competitive game. Maybe close enough they're going to cover. It was pretty good last week, so if you got a couple spare bucks, I wouldn't spend a fortune on a game, but you'd probably get a better payback.
Yeah.
I'd take a shot.
Something of interest. Now, we get to the lock of the week. And if you guys want to be part of the lock of the week, this is where you type in lock. I've got the names down. And like I said, whether it's 5 of you, 10 of you, 20 of you, whatever it is, we're going to randomly throw numbers down. And whoever it is going to be in the drawing. And you can, if you won, I know we got one man, my man Moose, 1 week one. You can enter every single week. I really don't give a shit. So whoever gets it, gets it. This one scares me. And I'm just like, because if we miss this lock, the contest is over. We're out of money. We got no more investment. The seat money.
Put more money in. It's a lot every day.
You understand what I'm saying?
It's an every. I told you it's a marathon, not a sprint. You don't quit.
Wow, wait, we got it. We still
what if
got
you win the next 12?
You're going with the Bengals at the Chiefs, given 6. And I know the Bengals
looked good yesterday. Come on.
I know, but man, but
he's got a winning record against Mahomes. I think he's the only quarterback that does.
He is.
Yeah, but he's just not looking good, man.
Who's a Jacoby Brisket or whatever the hell his name is?
Yeah, Jacoby Brissett. They beat him.
He had like 30 yards in the first half. That was my biggest disappointment. I thought they'd go in there and just roll right over New England.
They played terrible. I mean, they didn't even get a point in the first half. I mean, they played terrible. I mean, the Chiefs, that was a big game. I'm not saying, and those of you guys who want to be in on the lock, go ahead and write lock in the comment, and we'll get you entered. We'll run it for a few minutes while we talk about Uncle Cheech breaks down this game. We'll get it all, and you'll be entered into the contest, and we'll see what happens. So is there what is getting you, like, because I looked at your earlier game, I'm thinking the Panthers, God, that's a lock. But you really feel strong about the Chiefs and Mahomes going in here. They're at home, handling their business, and knocking out the Bengals, who look like crap.
If Cincinnati would have played better yesterday, this wouldn't be my lock. But I don't know. I like to do the big games. I just like Patrick Mahomes. I think there'll be too much. Cincinnati, they have a habit of losing 3, 4, 5 games.
They always start slow. You're right.
And they come back at the end. So this is the second game. So take a shot.
That's why you're Uncle Cheech.
That's right.
That's why you're.
I got some advice for the Cleveland Browns. I watched that game yesterday. I got some advice for the Cleveland Browns.
What'd you think?
What do I think? I think they ought to give Tom Brady a 1-year contract, get him out of the booth because he stinks.
Yeah, he was terrible.
Put him on the field. He's a great old quarterback. They got to the playoffs with a mediocre old quarterback. The quarterback play was atrocious. I told you Sunday, the quarterback play is going to say it all.
Yeah.
You guys played well. Both sides of the ball. I don't want to hear this crying. Who the hell was crying this morning saying, well, their 2 tackles are out and blah, blah, blah.
That was Stephen A. and that idiot Dan Orlovsky who sucks as a quarterback.
Hey, these are professional athletes. One guy's supposed to fill in.
Yeah, we had 2 rookies making their first start in the NFL.
He dominated the game.
Next man up.
Both sides of the ball. I don't want to hear any of that crap.
You got any crying? Don't cry to the umpire. So. All right, Jimmy. I'll give one last shot. We're gonna give one last shot.
I almost picked Atlanta last week. What the hell happened?
Oh,
Be
I'm
there,
good telling
I
me.
can't
one more
wait.
time in the lock, and then Jimmy talk about it. If you guys want to be in, just got to see the lock in the comments. If not, we'll wrap it up. So go ahead, Jimmy.
We
Tell
got
about
PJ. Yeah, no, Uncle Cheech. We were talking about it, and coaches will purposely not play players in the preseason and not get hurt. And we played our starters none, zero, no snaps in the preseason, and it
Well,
showed
we're talking
yesterday.
about that.
Defense looked great. Offense looked like garbage, right? And it wasn't. And some of it was high school play calling, to be honest with you. But there's that sync out of rhythm. We'll see what happens next Monday
That's a
against.
long season. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
You don't quit after if you lose 2 in a row. You got 17 games, 20 games if you count the playoff.
Well, you should have seen the Giants fans I was
What if
hanging
you
out
lose
with yesterday. They were
win the next 15. That's what I'm saying.
the Giants fans were quitting already
Oh,
yesterday.
the Giants. I almost died laughing watching that team. That's a
Who
team.
actually said they were going to be any good? I mean, how embarrassing.
Sam Darnold.
Absolutely embarrassing. Thanks, Cuts. I always forget. Hit that
Sam
like.
Darnold, he's Minnesota, right?
Yeah.
He played well up
He
there.
played well. He played
Smoked
well.
him.
Uncle Cheech, give me a number 1 to 5 right now. 1 to 5. Give me number 1 to 5.
Me, 4.
4. All right, Doug, you are riding with the Chiefs. Doug, you are riding with the Chiefs. Well, hopefully, for your sake and everyone else's, we need Uncle Cheech to come through because we're down to our last $100. And Uncle Cheech, we cannot go out like this.
I hate to see Florida State lose this game, but I know my most valued friend Carmen Nooch picked him, but we're going to that game. I told you I'm getting the presidential suite.
Yes.
I had to go down there and face an 0-6 team or whatever they are at the time.
Well, I was invited, so I'm going to be down there. We will have a crew together, and it's going to be a lot of fun. If any of my Canes family is going to be down in Miami for the Florida State Miami game, make sure you hit us up. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to be at the Hard Rock. We got to watch our man work a little bit, get the funds right, but it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time for sure.
Big shots.
Yeah. All right, Uncle Cheech, we will see you on Wednesday. Until then, you guys, you have a good one.
Yes.
All right, take care, Ward.
Grazie.
All right, we'll see you.
Enjoy the game.
Yes.
Anche voi.
Before you go,
yes.
How do you think Aaron Rodgers is going to do tonight?
Well, we're going to get into it. We were going to get into it, but if you want to maybe break it down, I know you like the Monday night specials. What is your thoughts? And then we'll get ours. That way we're not holding you up.
I think San Francisco's got a better team. They're traveling coast to coast. I think they win the game.
Without McCaffrey, CMC's out.
I don't care who they got back
there. All right. They cover?
What spread?
What's
3?
Spread.
I didn't even look. It's got to be more than 3, I would think. Let me see. If
I don't know.
What's the over-under on how many weeks it is before Rodgers gets booed out of New York? That's the question.
They don't have the spread. Oh, it's 3.5.
I think they'll cover.
I think they will too. It went down. I bet you it went down a hair. But
well, yeah, I guess it was.
They still got a good team anyway. You cut it. So
yeah. The
That's
one
what
I
they're
might have been 4, dropped
It was
3.5.
You expect the next man's making big money. He's supposed to step up. You're a good, solid team. You shouldn't miss a beat. Somebody's out.
No, I would take San Francisco. I want San Francisco to lose. Let's just make no mistake about
Oh,
it.
I understand. We're talking gambling. Your money.
Gambling, my money would be on San Francisco.
This is
All right,
for
you got-
this
you
is
got money.
this is for profit.
Yeah. I'm taking San Francisco's the bet. Aaron Rodgers, he's old, and that defense is ferocious. And they could not only hurt him bad, they could hurt him permanently.
Permanent.
That's what I said. I hope we don't get knocked out the first game again.
Yeah.
Then I'd be hanging my cleats up if I was him.
He was doing that special healing thing down in Guatemala or some shit like that.
Hear it. Yeah, we're
Holistic.
going to break this game down.
That's where Andy Kaufman went.
So, all right, Uncle Cheech, we'll see you on Wednesday. Let me get your outro stuff before we say goodbye, so don't hang up yet.
Presto, zio Cheech, amiglio. I tell you,
Always good with Uncle Cheech. He better hit that damn lock because I'm losing my patience, and we can't be losing no money. I lose by half a point. Half a point. That's just
this is where people come.
Doug's in the running, so that makes me feel good. I got some good vibes. Doug and I, I don't know, Doug. Have we ever seen our team lose? I guess maybe one time against San Francisco, but we've got a pretty good streak at some of the games that we've been to at AT&T in Carolina. So hopefully we got we get some mojo to get this thing right. So I'm seeing some predictions. I'm seeing some stuff. So we got about 10 minutes to roll until we get rolling and get you guys ready for Monday Night Football. So week 1, this wraps it up. So we've seen some upsets. We've seen some blowouts. We've seen some teams rising the cream, as Macho Man said, rising to the top.
Rising to the top.
Rising
and cream.
What's your thoughts on San Francisco? And you guys in the chat, let us know. San Francisco, New York Jets. Jimmy, give me your breakdown.
No, you know what? I think even without CMC, and obviously we knew Mitchell was out, I think the Niners are going to take care of their business. Uncle Cheech is right. Flying cross country, and Rodgers coming back. You don't know what kind of happy feet he's going to have tonight. In live game action.
Yeah.
So I honestly think that the 49ers win by double digits.
You think it's going to, yeah. It wouldn't surprise me. I'm going to be honest with you. It would not surprise me. The thing that I'm looking at the matchups now, the Jets got Breece Hall, who's, he's, a lot of people had him going number 1 in fantasy. So he's a running back, and they're loaded at running back. They've got, Garrett Wilson. They've got the weapons, right? And you got Aaron Rodgers, but he's coming off of their defense. Sauce Gardner. They've got the talent. I don't know if it'll be double digits. I think San Francisco wins, but I think the loss to CMC is going to be felt. Don't you?
Of course it is. Yeah. I mean, look, he's the best player in the league, possibly, right? Definitely the best running back. And again, who's backing him up, right? With Mitchell being out, who's backing him up? So
you're going to make him one-dimensional, and the strength that the Jets have, obviously with Sauce Gardner, he could take out Ayuk, he could take out Debo, whichever one they want to do. He's going to be a matchup problem for them. So
I got news for you. Right now, the 49ers are really happy they locked up Ayuk, because imagine if they didn't have him this week.
Oh, yeah.
They'd be screwed, right?
Yeah.
And I told you, I love Brock Purdy. I am a shill for Brock Purdy. I wish we had him on my team. But, when you lost CMC and you got real, backup, that's tough. But I still think they win. I still think it's a 10-point win for the 49ers.
Wow. Well, it's going to be interesting. It'll be a lot of fun. Hopefully, we'll find out soon enough. Let's see. We got a lot of people, or the Jets. I mean, most people are predicting the Jets to win.
Hey, look, as NFC fans, I got into it yesterday a little bit with a buddy of mine. We had the Cowboys and Cleveland on. We were watching the late game, and I said, "Look, man, I need the AFC teams to beat the NFC teams." He said, "Well, that's stupid. It's only week 1." I said, "I don't want to be on week 18, and because another NFC team, let's say the 49ers beat the Jets, and we're the odd team out for whatever reason, So I'm looking at this AFC NFC matchup early. I don't care if it's week 1 or week 18. I need the AFC teams to beat the NFC teams, except for my team."
Now you're not. Now there is no Camo Piper. I know your buddies of Niners.
I love Camo. Yeah.
I mean, are you letting the lines get blurred here? You're pulling for the Niners. Right?
No, I can't. No. Hey, look, you guys will see. Camo's a great guy. You'll see him in a couple weeks. I just said I think they're going to win by 10, but I hope they lose. Just like I wish the Cowboys would have lost yesterday. When the NFC teams play AFC teams,
did I hear him right?
When the AFC teams play the NFC teams, I need the AFC teams to win, because I don't want to be in week 18 worrying about a tiebreaker and this and that. So no offense to anybody, but that's just
we're offended. I mean, did we allow Jimmy in our tailgate party now, or what are you doing here? I have to send him packing. I tell you what, I'm looking at your schedule, and you guys you got trouble. You better win.
Like I said,
do you have the Chiefs the week after?
So the Sunday night that we are at the tailgate, we guys for the appetizer, we're gonna have the Cowboys. For the main course, you're gonna have the Falcons.
You guys could start 0-3.
Why would you say that? That's not very nice.
I'm just saying this game, I'm saying the week 1 could come back to haunt you. That's all.
You know what? And again, we
It's
need
gonna haunt you.
the AFC team beat us. It could come back and haunt us.
Because that was a winnable game.
Winnable.
And
shit, the way our defense played, if our offense played 3/4 of what they should have, we win that game easily.
Yeah. That's yeah, you guys got it. You got to handle that business. You got to take care of the Eagles.
Oh, I hope so. But
yeah.
Can I ask something? And again, like I said, the lines don't get blurred. I'm going to say what I feel. But what the hell was up with Terry Bradshaw yesterday?
With the hair?
With the hair, and he was stammering on his words and all this stuff. I mean, he looked like he got caught in a wind tunnel.
Yeah, no, he's aged a lot, and I think his mind, and that it just sucks. I was talking about it, and Ultra's a coward.
No, he is. Yeah,
he ran his mouth. I had to hear his mouth all day Monday, all day Wednesday. I think he chirped on Sunday with Greg and I. And you know what? When you gotta, hey, come in here and just say, hey, I said the Cowboys were going to get absolutely annihilated by the Browns, 38-13 or whatever he had the score at. Just say, hey, man, I underestimated. I was wrong. That's all I want to hear.
It's funny because the people who always talking the most shit in here, Ultra and SoCal, they're nowhere to be found tonight.
Of course not. No, of course. No, SoCal, he doesn't hate the Cowboys. He's a cow. He doesn't like our other teams. That's
40. Okay, look at Luis says 41-27.
Wow.
I'm not.
Wow,
man.
Yeah.
So I guess you know what? It's like anything. It's the first week of the season. You don't know what the hell you're going to get.
Yeah, Ultra will come back if we lose a game. Then you'll see him again.
Right, exactly.
He'll come back, and then like we don't have a memory. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're just not going to bring that up. You think I'm crazy? So, but yeah, So we'll see. We will see what happens. I'm excited. We've got the Saints going to be a home. The home opener. That's going to be a lot of fun. But they can't take the Saints lightly. I mean, the Saints put up a lot of points. I know it's Carolina, but that offense was rolling. They've got some good receivers. We're going to get into that game on Wednesday, and then on Sunday morning with Greg and I, we're going to get into that game a little bit. But they've got some weapons. It's not – I mean, the Cowboys have to stay hungry. And also, if any of you guys haven't voted, we got our Hungry Player of the Week. Right now, it looks like Overshown is going to end up getting it. You had Overshown, Kendricks, you had Guyton, and you had Carson. A lot of the young guys, and these are the guys that stepped up, not the superstar guys, but the guys that stepped up. So we still got the voting on my Twitter, and definitely in past 20,000. I didn't even know it. I sat there and looked today, and we were over 20,000. So definitely appreciate the love there. So appreciate all the support.
Yeah, you know what? The guys got to get hungry and forget their manners. It's all.
They're going to wake up to win.
This is what we need.
They don't understand nothing else. They're not all about glamour. They're not all about the women and girls.
Women and girls.
Give me somebody that's hungry. Give me somebody that's hungry. I need somebody.
That's what we need in this place. And that's what the Cowboys have finally got, some hungry-ass people on this team. So that's why I love it. And we bring that back, the hungry player of the week. And I think it was Overshown. You couldn't go wrong with Kendricks. I mean, he made some big plays, but Overshown just seemed like sideline to sideline everywhere. So.
No, I'm telling you guys, like I said, you look really good.
Yeah.
Especially on defense, you look really good. Yeah. So you did what you had to do. You took care of your business.
We handle that. We handle all family business, and that business is handled when the whole family's at the Cowboys Cave tailgate party. And week three, fix the finger and make sure it's against the Ravens, and hopefully we'll see you guys there. So we are gonna. Kendricks was great. I know you can't argue with that one either. But what's your predict? You predict the San Francisco. Yeah. My official prediction is going to be San Francisco. We see everyone in the chat a lot. It's mixed. Jets and San Francisco. It's kind of 50-50. So
27-17.
27-17.
49ers win 27-17.
I mean, I'm going to go low scoring again, like a 24-20, something like that. San Francisco. I think the Jets defense is good enough to hold them without CMC. This is where you're going to see Purdy. Is Purdy the real deal? Because he's gonna be asked to throw that ball a lot. Now he's got the weapons, but it's gonna be coming down. So
what did we say a long time ago? The run game sets up the pass and all that.
Yeah, Yeah.
Was that the Eric Rett situation? Is that what that one was?
Now, Eric, we talked about that. Do you know that contract? We got to wrap it up, but because the game's gonna be started. But you know, the Eric Rett that contract changed his career. You know, he never was the same. He held out for money, and his career. Remember, he was like 1,000 yards for the Bucks, and his career never was the same. You know, they shipped him off to Baltimore, I think it was.
Yeah, he ended up in Baltimore.
He just never was the same.
Him and Trent Dilfer ended up in Baltimore.
Yeah.
You know, so but
All
you know what? Listen, hey guys, if you're on X, do us a favor, come on over to YouTube. This is where the fun is. This is where the you know, all the antics in the chat go on. Shenanigans. Shady shenanigans. So and like and subscribe as always. You guys, we have fun Monday nights, Wednesday nights, and it's Sundays you're on.
Sundays, we're doing Sunday morning, like pregame stuff. We had a great time with that. It was crazy with all the stuff. Yeah, no CMC. So make sure you guys got that. And Cuts thinks it's going to be a blowout. But, guys, it's been a lot of fun. We're getting this thing rolling. We cannot wait. Bugsy, can't wait to see you week 3. I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, if you guys want to donate and you could do it in person too, $5, $10. You could donate early if you want and get this thing. Again, we have Cash App, Cowboys Cave. You got Venmo, Mike Tag 1993. You can get what I would do is get yourself a bottle opener by Cuts by Jones. It's a beautiful piece. It's gonna look badass. We gotta get everyone to sign it who's at the tailgate. You know, or however you want to sign it at the tailgate. Doesn't have to be everybody, but it'll be a lot of fun. And you can get that. It's $40. And all the profits from that go to the Cowboys Cave. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have food. We're going to have drinks. We're going to have all that kind of stuff. So it's a great event. What I tell people, anyone's welcome. Come solo. Come with your friends. If your friend's a Ravens fan, everybody's welcome. We had Jets fans at the last one. It's just about having a good time. It's not formal. There's no wristband. I mean, this is just kind of a bunch of people just throw it together and we say, hey, meet us here. We're going to have fun. So we don't want to make it bigger than it needs to be. It's just a lot of fun. So can't wait to get it rolling. And when we see you guys out there again, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's
going to be very interesting and lots of fun.
So, all right. Well, we will get out of here so you guys can enjoy the game. Jimmy, take care. We'll see you guys. Peace out.
Give me somebody that's hungry. Give me somebody that's hungry. I need somebody.